Welcome back to Don't Let Grants Stress You Out. Today we're going to talk about whether or not your organization is grant ready. Is your organization looking for grant funding? Is leadership or your board talking about wanting to find grant funding for a great new idea? Indeed, we're all excited. We want a grant because we want the grant revenue. But then, as you dig into the idea, thinking about finding grant funding or looking into the opportunity that's already in front of you, perhaps you ask yourself, will we really be competitive? What you're asking yourself is, are we grant ready for this opportunity? There are numerous components to grant readiness. When we think about readiness as another way to talk about competitiveness, if we're thinking about the structural elements of your organization, grant makers want to know, do you have your 501c3? Do you have your financials in order? Do you have a board of directors? And yeah, that's important, but that's not all there is to it. But we have to look beyond the administrative components, the documentation piece, to see what our internal capacity really looks like. Yes, we need to make sure we have a lead writer identified. And yes, we need to have policies and procedures in place. But this isn't a solo sport. We need to ensure that our colleagues who want to see us get the grant funding understand that they have to be a part of this process. That's a really important part of our overall grant readiness, the grant team. There are numerous checklists and documents available that help you think about whether or not your organization is grant ready. But often then, organizations are still left to make some decisions on their own, to really step back and think about their capacity, and they often have rose-colored glasses on. That's part of why our team developed the GRASP tool about 5 years ago. It's a way that your organization can find out your grant readiness score. You can't argue with the number that the tool gives you. It's a free tool that you can take at dhleonardconsulting.com and find out what is our actual score. It's not about our opinion anymore. It's about what does the metric actually tell us. Now, while you're aiming for a grant readiness score of 100, if you're looking at the GRASP tool, you certainly can apply for and successfully receive grants before you reach that score. So when your organization decides that indeed you're at a place of grant readiness, go ahead, start to apply, but continue to return to the idea of grant readiness at least once a year so that you ensure your organization is as grant ready and therefore as competitive as possible. Do you have questions about your organization's grant readiness? Perhaps about your GRASP metric, your grant readiness score? Or do you want some help improving your overall grant readiness? Check out our websites or visit us on social media. And don't forget to subscribe so that you never miss any of our tips or tricks.